All right. From the top of Mount Olympus, Mount Everest, whatever, I want to make sure from my one female position in testosterone, looking out, because I know I wrote paper and I have library on it. I call them, because we had to give them a label to write paper, as a precautionary tale, to alert. What do we call it? Are we calling it sigma, gamma? I don't know. The signaling station about the Mao Zedong children. I'm like, listen to me. All the world's children, when they are on the ground floor, right? They're all here together. It's one farm, because I'm the female and I have an arm and I like to hold his arm and it's just him and I, right? We own the farm. Okay. It's not for sale. Nobody's buying it. Nobody's offering it for sale. Nobody's able to steal it, because all of God's children remain on this farm. Okay, we sectioned the farm off already. We gave the Mao Zedong children a little section over here. We gave some Russian children some section over here, some South American children some over here. We have a lot of sections in the one farm that he and I own, that we're responsible for making sure the glass house doesn't shift, crack, and then break dangerously on top of all the children. Okay? Great. That's where our comfort level was. So, their children are required to stay in their sector vector quadrant of where their allowance is, for us to be tolerant for them to breathe air. I have on document them driving me up a brick wall. DRIVEING. BRICKWALL. Before, what I call Ulrich, well, that's what I was using to speak on behalf of a neural network at my level, directly to Maverick, right? The McCormick, right? Okay, so we made a special file so he would know what happened with the glass house if it shifted by any interference with a low key that we don't want to alert, chip, and whatever, that it's, and then cracks the glass, because then the air is compromised. We have to worry about sealing the glass, and then we have to worry about the other children, the glass not falling on the other children, since it's one farm, one only allowance they're ever going to get. Now, that is how the world is built. Then some story came out about DUMBO, DUMBO, and the gigantic TURD, TURD, or dump, DUMP, that the big gray elephant takes and then leaves for the other children, that has to then clean it up and clean after the elephant, while the one little girl is riding the elephant, trying to look for which section of the farm she belongs in, since she was born on top of a gray elephant, the only one in the entire farm, so she could actually find where she belongs. Great. Okay, so that's how that story got about. So we can keep it down to an abacus level so we don't get up to abracadabra with a magic wand that I own in a genetic carbon copy program that the Mao Zedong children are not allowed to have. They're not allowed to see it, touch it, look at it, ask about it. It's mine. That's it. That's my 7 for my 8 and his 4 for my 3. Done. Then I have, where are we on? Right, the farm, right, I already explained that part. Oh, and I said, listen to me, we don't build them banking. Not any kind. Not a word bank, not a blood bank, not a kinship bank, not a machinery bank, not a ship bank, not a craft bank, not a anything. It's NEIGH, Neigh, MEIN on mirror image, MINE. All right, so now, because what happens is I am not building from my elephant position. I am not building a staircase for any one sector, vector, quadrant inside my farm for them to get up to me. I'm just not. I will get off the elephant as soon as my 7 from my 8, my 4 from my 3 comes for me from mirror imaged. And what happens is if I build, and we told him this, if I build you and your children some kind of a staircase to come up to my level on the elephant to speak to me, I am putting my children somewhere else in the farm at a disadvantage. So I am not allowing you a staircase. It is not to be built. It is not to be studied. It is not to be asked about. You cannot ask for materials. You are not allowed a staircase or anything to get up to the level of the child on top of the elephant. That is it. There is no more. Because, right, with the disadvantage thing. Now, somehow, along the way, somebody from, I'm going to call it ES project of neural network, spoke to one of the children that they weren't even allowed to speak to and started building a theoretical for them that was not allowed. And then that led them to building thought patterns that are not allowed. There's a governess, GOVERNESS. I am she. I'm the ness, NESS, at the top of the elephant. So this way, I can see that not one of the areas of the farm children are raising or building anything extraordinarily out of proportion with all the rest. That is how you keep a large-scale project we call humanity at an even keel and an even safety measure. When I start to see children that I told specifically as mother of nature that I am on top of the elephant, I can already see you stacking chairs or whatever equipment is use the words they use in their whatever up to try to raise your level to my own. I cannot have it. I just cannot. Because if I allow you to do it, then the other sections of the farm are going to want to do it. And it becomes increasingly more difficult and dangerous. The higher you get towards you threaten my safety at the top, sitting on the elephant, the one, the more that you build up. That is why we keep you at a governance level that is comfortable for the entire and all the sections of the farm. Now, that's the case. That's the protocol. That will always be the case, because otherwise the entire management system falls out of whack and then becomes a struggle in areas that were easily manageable earlier, that we did not need struggle for. So I'm really confused how they built so high up that they cracked the glass and then lied and started talking to others and trying to figure out how to make more glass to make a whole nother glass house. And since it was see-through, they were hoping nobody would see it. They'll just build it over the other one and nobody will know. The girl on top of the elephant, Ness, Ness, she knows. She already alerted the authorities. They're supposed to go back to governance level. End of story. Why am I sitting in a home economics project where you allowed them way more than their genetic appearance is allowed within a larger ecosystem that I'm definitely not explaining to anything human, which everything on the farm that you wake up in every day is a human for that purpose. HUMAN. I wear a humanoid, HUMANOID. So I have a stick inside of the farm that I walk around in, and I'm able to communicate. But again, I'm not supposed to be alone. I own the farm. I'm the female, two-prong. I'm looking for the male arm that I belong to, that I cling to, and that keeps me safe. There has been zero, including the elephant, that has kept me safe for 42 years. Humans have no excuse and nothing to fall back on for safety.